Hello everyone, my name is Nikolay, project manager international business in SIBB, and I coordinate the project in Hub Russia. And as a scope of this project, we help Russian companies to get to the ecosystem of Berlin in Germany. And our project is funded by the Senate for Economics, Energy and Public Enterprises. And today we have a session of Russian startups really strong in agriculture and green technologies, together with our partners from Generation Startup. And at this time, I would like to give welcome words to Moscow Expert Center and Generation Startup.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Dear partners and participants of our meeting, my name is Valentina Ilina. I'm head of Educational and Acceleration Program Department of Moscow Expert Center. Moscow companies are actually interested in German markets, and the Moscow Expert Center is ready to support and help them. I would like to highlight that the export of Moscow products in Germany has increased this year by almost 50%. Besides, Germany became a part of the top importers list for Moscow supplies. The Moscow Expert Center is actively expanding the direction for business communications between entrepreneurs and partners from Germany. For example, we will manage the business mission and support the Moscow medical companies at Medica Düsseldorf 2021. This year, Moscow Expert Center and Generation S holds a common acceleration program for Moscow companies. There are projects in the sphere of smart city, food tech, transport, logistics, clean tech, and energetics. And today, I wish our Moscow companies successful online negotiations with partners from Germany. Thank you very much.
Valentina, thank you a lot. And I would like to give some welcome words to Anastasia from Generation Startup.
Thank you, Nikolay. Thank you for having us today with this startup. So Generation Startup Corporate Accelerator is one of the largest accelerators in Russia and Eastern European countries, and we are realizing programs to help startups mainly to work with corporate partners from Russia and abroad. But this particular program we are talking about, the Global Partners Program, realized together with Moscow Expert Center, aimed to help Moscow-based companies to find international partners and clients. Germany is one of the strategic priorities and focus market for our companies, so we are very happy to have this event with SIBB today, and we thank all the experts and potential partners for joining the event. Wish good luck to our startups. Thank you.
Thank you, Ani. Thank you, Valentina, for this wonderful welcome words. I would like to continue with the welcome introduction speeches of our experts. Okay, let me change the spotlight. You could see our experts right away. And I think we would start with Nikolay Pitetskiy, Director of Business Development at Acamar Technology and Adastra Group, and Director of Strategic Development in Key Persons Engineering.
You mean I need to introduce myself, right?
Yes, just say a couple words about yourself.
As Nikolay said, my name is Nikolay Pitetskiy. That is correct. I'm a double director of business development at two very different companies. Acamar Technology is a Prague-based consultancy that is specialized in building R&D centers for large corporate clientele, for clients like Commerzbank, for example, or Skoda Auto. The other company is Key Persons Engineering, which is currently the main electrical contractor for Nord Stream 2 project. So I'm in charge of strategy and business development there as well. So the first thing is consultancy, the other thing is engineering, very different fields, but actually there are many synergies between them. So that's what I am at the moment.
Okay, thank you a lot, Nikolay. So let's move to the investment part of things. Please, Sebastian, could you introduce you and Managers Club Berlin-Brandenburg?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me. Hi to everyone. I'm Sebastian Schwenke. I'm the Managing Director of the Business Angels Club Berlin-Brandenburg. We are the largest professional business angel network in Berlin-Brandenburg with almost 100 members. And yeah, are very active in the very early stages. So pre-seed and seed investments are our main focus. In 2021, this year, our members invested around 2 million in startups, split on 19 deals in total so far. So we're also very active player here in the ecosystem. And what we basically do is try to get startups connected to our members, obviously, but also connected to the ecosystem, network partners, so on and so forth. And I'm really excited for the pitches and yeah, looking forward to it. Thank you.
Nikolay, you're muted.
Also for that. Thank you, Sebastian. Veaceslav, could I ask you to continue? Introduce yourself and IFCO.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. But at least now I know where to go for money if I need some angel investments. So Sebastian, I know how to find you now with some additional startup ideas if we are going into the inception phase. So my name is Veaceslav Driglov. I'm the Chief Digital Officer of the company called IFCO. It's International Food Container Organization. I guess you can see our products in all major supermarkets, this wonderful green and black crates that you see in the supermarkets where you have the fresh produce in there. So, and we're operational in, I think, globally in 50 countries, including Russia. So the only market that we are not currently operational is Africa. But other than that, we are looking into the interesting solutions that can support to bridge the gap between the grower or the farmer and the retailer. And that's our kind of the major interest. How do we connect those and how do we maintain the proper exchange of data and create value-add services for both parties and actually also for the end consumers who buy the produce. Thanks.
Thank you, Veaceslav. And now I would like to give some Russian words to Maren Lesche, who founded the House and Vision House Incubator, an ecosystem builder in European Union project IntellIoT. Please, Maren, stage is yours.
Yeah, welcome. Thanks, and welcome to all the startups that are going to pitch. I'm also super excited. Actually, Sebastian and I, we share a virtual stage a lot, and it's always great to see all your ideas. So, as mentioned, I'm the director of an incubator that is focusing on health, and I do believe that food has a lot to do with healthy living. There's a strong connection to that, but as also mentioned, we coordinate larger EU technology transfer projects where we're actively looking for young startups and also SMEs to join consortia projects and open calls. And right now there is an open call running on AgroTech manufacturing on health tech with a funding of 150,000 per startup. So I'm very much interested to also learn more about the AgroTech solutions that will be introduced today. And as a side note, I speak a little Russian, Очень malo, so I can't impress you with that, but I'm very much looking forward to the cool tech coming from that region.
Maren, спасибо. And now, last but not least, Sukhomlinova from Berlin Innovation Agency. Please introduce yourself.
Hey guys, very excited to be here as well. So yeah, I'm working as a program manager here at Berlin Innovation Agency, and I run our ecosystem corporate program, which is called Smart City Hub. So I work a lot with corporates, and what we do at Berlin Innovation Agency, we also do a lot of startup partnering with the corporate clients of ours. So I'm quite excited to hear about your ideas, and I wouldn't call myself an expert on AgroTech or but I'm the right person to connect you with someone on the ecosystem, because we do a lot of ecosystem projects, networking projects, community projects. So yeah, happy to hear about your ideas and figure out what we can do together. Thank you for having me.
So thank you guys for introducing yourself, and I hope startups now have more understanding how to which type to select to when they pitch. And 1 second, we need to mute some people. Okay, already muted. Thank you. Our beautiful moderation is back. So before we run to the pitches, I want to provide some technical orientation. First, we have some limit for the pitches, limited for 3 minutes. And after that, startups get up to 5 minutes for Q&A from our experts. After all 5 startups have pitched, we'll have some small survey asking which company was the best today, and group Q&A from with the expert. And after that, we would invite the startups to join individual breakout rooms, and we invite all attendants to meet startups in these rooms to network. And I really hope that today the startups find their first partner in Germany. And with all that, I would like to introduce first company to present today, Denis Muravyev from Goodwan. So Denis, could you hear us?
Hello, everyone. Yes, it's my pleasure and honor to be the first. I'm sorry I will speak fast because we have a time limit and I need to cover a really complex and scientific-based solution, but I will try to do my best to explain in simple words really complicated things. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes, we could see it.
Okay, fine. Let's start. So I represent a Goodwan, a company which developed a new technology which allows you to connect different things to the internet, and you can remotely connect and measure and monitor everything that matters to you, and deliver this information timely and reliably to a cloud service provider, to your computer. If you talk about wireless technologies, there are a lot of them exist, but all these technologies are characterized by only 3 parameters. It's the speed of transmission, its operating range, and its energy efficiency. And our world is so arranged that if you multiply speed by range by energy, it's a physical constant. So if you want to improve one parameter, you can do it only reducing others. And for LP1 systems, LP1 stands for low power wide area network. It's a radio transmission for really long distances. So device could send a signal for tens or even hundreds of kilometers. And at the same time, it will be autonomous. So it will work from a battery for 5 or 10 years. And actually, we pay with the speed. So speed is decreased in this system. And we can rarely transmit messages once a day, once an hour, and etc. But there are a lot of use cases exist that really didn't need a speedy connection. And they manufacture a lot of devices which are widely used in smart cities, in the industrial IoT, for ecology monitoring, and of course for smart agriculture. But the core point that we transmit faster, safer, and consuming less battery than other competitors in this field. And it's a result of 20 years of research and engineering, because all these systems were invented in Russia, actually 20 years ago. So they are far ahead of our competitors in terms of technological questions. And we provide a new level of information security. And it's really important in current days because we use dynamic address changing in our network, and we fully encrypt this radio communications channel. It's the first in the world and the only technology which gives you full encryption in radio. So we have a lot of cases for agriculture. First of all, you need to install a network gateway, an antenna, which will collect information from all of these sensors. And we can monitor air temperature, humidity, and of course, soil temperature and soil humidity. We can give you an alarm if something's happening, like a door is open or perimeter breach. And we can monitor water level and ecology parameters of air, different harmful gases, and etc. Here is some examples of our sensors installed in the real life. From the top left to right is a soil moisture monitor sensor, water level, mini meteo station, which still autonomous and work from a battery, our network gateway, air temperature and humidity sensor installed inside the fridge, so it works 1 year in a cold condition, and the last one, so-called dry contact, to monitor working of irrigation machine on the field. Regarding the market, it's huge. Forecast for this year is $800 billion, and 21% of it is agriculture. In total, compound annual growth rate for IoT is 11.3%, but LP1 has more than IoT. It's 62% of growing, so we connect 500 million devices a year. And Germany is the first in European Union to connect different devices. Here is some traction of our project in Russia. We're proud that we implement the biggest project in Russia for Cherkizovo Group.
Time's up.
It's a monitoring network for 52 cities in Russia for approximately 1,000 locations, chicken and pig farms. We have 10 different international patents. And all these systems were created by our CTO, Alexander Sheptovetsky. He holds over 100 patents. It's an incredible man. And it's a pretty big management team. So regarding German markets, we are looking for partners who can help us to facilitate sales, like telecom operators, value-added resellers, and AgroTech companies. Please feel free to ask any questions.
Okay, thank you, Denis. You could stop the sharing. And I would like to ask experts, so what do you think about this potential technology for German market? Maybe Veaceslav, you could start.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks very interesting. I would like to discuss some of the use cases that we are using in our practices. So maybe you guys would be able to suggest and to come up with some good solutions, but I will address this in a separate conversation, not to use time of the other experts. But this could be something, and definitely we can also, or I can support connecting to the Vodafone, with whom we used to partner and collaborate in the past, because they are looking into those lower power connectivity solutions as well. But the majority of their solutions are coming from LTM or narrowband IoT. So this could be something, an alternative where we can also see and discuss what's the value Goodwan can bring to that.
Yeah, they're at least 50 times better in terms of energy efficiency if you compare us with LTM or NB-IoT. So yeah, it could be.
Yeah, let's have a bilateral conversation afterwards. Yeah, I'll ask our colleagues from SIBB to schedule another meeting.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, who would like to add anything? Any comments? Maybe Maren.
I would like to ask: do you have a legal entity in Europe somewhere, or are you currently only active with a legal entity in Russia?
You know, we plan to incorporate ourselves in Luxembourg. We have a company in Italy right now. The Italian office was closed because of pandemic in 2019, but we want to renew it next year when the boundaries will be open. And we are already exporting our devices to European Union countries, to Asia, and to Middle East as well. So we try to become an international company with Russian-based R&D.
I'll just share a link with you in the chat, because one of the use cases that we support in the IntellIoT project is actually an IoT-based agricultural solution. It's not irrigation; it's more semi-autonomous driving. But sensor technology that you presented is something that is quite interesting. We work with companies in Austria, so that's definitely also a touch point I would like to explore. But I will share a link to an open call that is currently running in the chat with you just now. So just to warn you that I use that channel. A very interesting solution.
Okay. Thank you very much.
So Anastasia, do you think you could connect Denis with someone in Berlin? Ideas on that?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that, but right now we actually don't work with any telecom or agriculture companies on this level. But we have some startups who are also working on the ideas that are similar to them. I don't know how you're interested in partnering with startups and like having
you know, today we
maybe
talk more about
maybe
agriculture. Yeah, but we also interested in smart cities and etc. So it could be any tech companies actually.
Okay, I have to think about it. But I really like the idea. That's quite cool. Yeah.
So Sebastian, to give your comment, is your accept?
Yeah, just wanted to offer a connection which might be helpful settling here in the German market. One of our members is the founder of, it's called NetCheck. What they do is basically benchmarking in telecommunication systems, but they also have a unit which operates actually in the infrastructure part of things. It's not huge yet, but they really want to build it. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'm happy to make a connection there and introduce you to the founder.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Great. I will come back to you afterwards or via SIBB.
Great. Yeah. Thank you.
And get you an introduction.
Okay, super. At this time, we are out of time slot for Goodwan. But Nikolay, if you want to add a couple of sentences. Or otherwise, we just skip to the next company and you ask them later in group call. Okay, super.
Thank you very much again. Bye-bye, everyone.
Okay, Denise, thank you a lot. Okay, now I will be next person. So Sergey, please come up, stage is yours.
Yeah, hello. Hello, my name is Sergey. I'll show the presentation. Before I start quickly, do you see the presentation, right?
I could see you.
Okay.
Presentation.
So I can start, right?
Yes, free to start.
Thank you. So I'm a CEO and the co-founder of SunProtein. SunProtein it is a new source of plant protein produced from sunflower seeds for the healthy food industry. First problem that our product can help solve is people health. Many people eat junk food that is low in protein content, and it leads to health problems and obesity. Proteins are the main building material of the body. Second one is the problem of sustainability, ecology problem. Most of the food in the diet of people based on animal proteins, which leads to global environmental pollution, because livestock farms produce about 18% of all greenhouse gases, including carbon dioxide. We see a solution to these problems in the production of plant protein from sunflower seeds. So why sunflower? Because it has big protein index in the seed, good quality, content full of essential amino acids, low cost, a lot of raw material for zero waste production, high content of vitamins, and no gluten and no other allergens. And our byproduct is a natural sunflower oil. We produce two types of products. First one is a raw material ingredient for producers of healthy and alternative food. Second, the end consumer products. This way, our clients are stores, supermarkets, healthy foods, vegan and sport nutrition stores. Our biggest client in Russia is the largest chain of healthy food stores, Vkusvil. A lot of various foods can be produced based on sunflower protein, alternative meats, cheeses, bars, candy, chips, sport nutrition, etc. The plant protein market is very large and growing rapidly. Our target market is Germany, the whole European Union, UK, USA, and Singapore. We have some competitors who produce similar products, but at higher price. One of them is the Helifro in Germany, which produce sunflower proteins using carbon dioxide. Is why it's so expensive. To gain competitive advantages, we will need more R&D to produce also sunflower protein isolate. We are showing great revenue grow every year. despite the fact that we have not yet attracted investments and have not invested in advertising. We would very much like to work in Germany. We are interested in partners in agro sector, R&D for improving protein properties, and creating new food products such as some meat, some burgers, etc. It would be interesting for us to organize the production of sunflower protein as an isolate in Germany, and possibly to sow the fields with sunflower and cultivate it in Germany. It may have been effective to start with and some accelerator programs in Germany. Maybe you can advise something. We have received received offers from largest AgroTech companies in Russia to invest or buy our company, but we're more interested to find partners in Europe. We are pioneers in the field of sunflower protein in the world. We have unique experience and are confident with great prospects. So finally, our main motto, sun protein, is the power of the sun in nutrition. So I will be glad to ask to answer your question.
You are muted again.
Oh, sorry for that. I misclicked the button. Sergey, thank you a lot for the pitch and amazing growth you show in Russia. And I hope our experts could advise and evaluate your potential for German market.
I do have a question, if I can kind of jump in. You mentioned that like there's a German competitor that also is focusing on sunflower protein, but I guess because it's a highly competitive market, it's not just that kind of competition you're looking at, but anybody that is kind of providing superfood supplements in that sense. This is one question. So if you could elaborate on the market a little bit more, one. And then as I understood, you also you have a supply chain concept behind it. It needs to be produced. There's a physical product. How do you kind of see entering the German market? Because do you plan to produce here? Do you plan to produce in Russia? How does it look like? Because I imagine there's some costs involved also in coordinating that kind of production process.
Okay, thank you for your questions. About where we production our products. So now we production, as I said, that two types of products: raw material and ready to eat, and consumer products in package for 1 kilogram. 3 flavors for sport nutrition, for vegan nutrition. So for the start, we can just find partners, clients in Germany, and of course we can production some new foods like some burgers, some meat, and we also need to find some R&D partners in Germany to produce this with good quality. And this products is very popular. It's a very strong trend in the world for the alternative meats, for the plant meats, and and we can be the first who produce in the world who produce the exactly meat or burger from sunflower. Maybe beyond the meat companies, they are produced from pea proteins and wheat proteins, but we can produce a lot of products based on exactly sunflower protein. And about competitors, like I said, some company produce sunflower protein, and Helifo company, but our price is more cheaper in 2-3 times. So and we know how to improve the properties of our products. So about markets size in Germany, I know it's very interesting for us because in Germany a lot of people who vegans, who prefer the plant-based foods than animal foods. So I think it will be good for us in Germany.
Okay, Sergey. Sebastian, would you like to add?
Yes, I actually have 3 questions. The first question would be, at the moment, what is the main revenue stream? Is it the raw material or the ready-to-eat packaged protein powder?
Okay. In Russia, when we sell the raw material, it's a very long deals because you need to give 2 samples, then technologies testing, and then it can be about 6 months or a year. So we have some clients in Russia for raw material, for ingredient, and maybe company IFCO company in Russia. We sell to there, but our growth, our most of our revenue now in Russia, it is selling of end consumer products.
Mm-hmm. And that's also the, That's also the plan for the future, that the P2C case will be the main revenue driver, or do you think expanding the B2B case would more be a strategy?
I think for the start, we can sell in model B2C, just maybe through the Amazon or another online markets, but we focus on B2B. For the stores and for the producers.
What's the margin you're having on the B2C product?
For B2C,
yeah,
I can say that we have about 200% in raw material. In B2C we have it's about 1,000%.
Okay, so basically, yeah, okay. The next question, or last question, would be, what's the timeline for your fundraising at the moment? And like you said, right, you're raising 200K to then register the company in Germany. When will that happen, or until when are you trying to close the fundraising round?
We are a profit company, so we are not. I think we can enter to European market and German market without any investment. But I think if we find some investment, it will be easy. It will be more effective for us.
When do you think the company, the German one, will be incorporated? Just roughly, will be this year still, or next year, Q1, Q2? What's the timeline you're planning?
Sorry, what do you mean exactly?
Like you said, you want to establish a German company, right?
Yeah.
When will you establish it, or is it existing already?
Not exist already, but I think if we going effective rapidly, we can establish this year or the maybe the next year. We won Finland. Maybe do you know Finland? It's Finlandian. It's a contest of startups, and so we are going to Slash in Finland this year, and I think this victory opened for us the Euro market of European Union and the Scandinavian, and I think it will be more easy for us to establish company in Germany too.
Okay, thank you. Like if you want to, you can afterwards send me a pitch deck again. I will share it with our angels and see if somebody's interested in helping you settling in the German market. Like.
Okay. I would like to add up here that during the preparation of this event, we have been promoted within the German audience of AgrarDialog, the organization that connects farms between Russia and Germany. So we hope to work with EcoProduct and find them the first agriculture institution that would like to work with them. And Sergey, thank you a lot for the presentation. We need to move forward to our third presentation. So just 1 second. So Yuri, could you hear us?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So I think you could share your screen now.
Just a second. Hope the screen is shown. Yeah. Nikolay,
Yes,
what about?
yes, we could see a screen, but I think it's not full, right?
Yeah, it's not. It's not calibrated right because part of the text is missing, at least for me.
How to solve? How to fix?
Just you can switch off sharing the screen and start it again.
Yeah. And what out now?
You don't share your screen yet.
Just a second. Yeah. It's okay?
No, it's great. Thank you a lot.
Awesome. Thank you.
So nice to meet you. Dear colleagues, my name is Yuri Ushakov, Ecolight company. I would like to talk about arc fault detection device. So the issue of electrical fires is relevant all over the world, unfortunately. Fluctuation occur, but average value is 22-25%. The most common cause is loose contact or various damage of conductor or insulation. You can see the most popular reason for electrical fires. So how the issue can be fixed? Arc fault detection device, or AFDD, is the key element. We are following MCB and RCD. As we know, the different ACU breakers are responsible for various faults in the electrical circuits. The electrical fire will be prevented by MCB and RCD in most cases. And all devices, including AFDD, provide the most complete protection against fire. AFDD market is growing in most countries. The difference is the mandatory or recommended use of AFDDs all over the world. And the German market is one of the most prepared due to AFDD are mandatory in Germany. Oh, sorry. The total volume AFDD market in Russia is approximately 15 million devices per year. Such estimates are valid for Germany as well. We know our competitors well, and we don't fear direct comparison with them. The price of single AFDD TUMOV, please see left side, can be comparable to the price of competitors. At the same time, using a single one against several competitors gives a good advantages to us. So the list of advantages is here. The greatest value is signal processing algorithm. Zero level of false positive is provided. And the maximum rated current is 63 amperes. And test unit for operation area control is included to all device. Also, always on status indicator. And finally, the combination of this factor increase end user satisfaction. Sales in Russia are shown in the chart. The Russian AFDD market is in the initial stage. The device was recommended for use only. The situation has been changed since September 1st this year, and the device became mandatory for certain categories of buildings in Russia. our team. You can see all members of our team, and also we can provide all experience, necessary experience, and competitive. So what we're looking for? We're looking for reliable partners. First of all, a distributor or dealer, and the second one is R&D team. Thank you for your attention. I would like to hear your questions.
I have a couple of things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Yuri and Nikolay. Yours.
Can you give me an example of some industrial use cases? Like, I don't know, energy, oil and gas?
Yes. It's necessary to specify because we operate under IEC 62606 standard. For residential building and some office and trade center, public houses, not industrial. The maximum rated current is 63 amperes under the standard.
Mm-hmm.
You can use our device in oil and gas industry with currents up to 63 amperes.
But that's not the target market anyway.
For you?
No, for you.
Yeah. Maybe. You can use our device in administrative buildings, some low voltage circuits.
I see. What is the USP? How do you formulate it? Because it is obviously very difficult to compete with ABB and Schneider Electric.
Yes, sure.
Basically the same type of equipment.
Yes, we are no name at the moment, comparing with ABB, Schneider, Eaton, Legrand, and so on. At the same time, we can provide our device for comparison. And of course, we have a very good algorithm of signal processing. And we can provide very high sensitivity for arcing detecting.
Okay,
and we can provide, we can provide zero low false positive. That is a very important characteristic for the end user.
So from the technological point of view, it should be interesting. But what is the sales strategy? Is it basically based on pricing? The prices lower than in case of competition, or how is it?
Oh, both of them, I think so. Of course, if you start comparison between price list, for example, Schneider Electric or maybe some other global vendors, the only device price is about 100 euros. And no difference between 100, maybe 70 euros, and the only device by Ecolight is needed for square up to 160 square meters. The only device. But if you will install FDD by global vendors, you need at least 5 or maybe 6.
For markets like Germany, a low price, a seriously low price, can be a demotivating factor, actually.
Yes.
Which may, infer that the quality of the device is not, up to the mark, for example, and that's why it is so cheap. So I'm not sure about about the strategy here.
Yes, we're looking for some agencies who can compare, who can promote, who can promote our devices into German market.
We can certainly get in touch later.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Nikolay. Is there anyone else here who would like to give any comment or maybe like to make a follow-up meeting? maybe Anastasia, maybe there is some potential here for Berlin ecosystem.
Yeah, actually, we're working with a lot of real estate companies here, like among our partners is Berlin Immobilien Management, GmbH. I don't know how is it interesting to you to connect directly to the possible clients, not through the like resellers or anyone else. If you're interested to connect with somebody from them, yeah, just let me know. I can put you in contact through Nikolay, or because real estate is a big scope of our clients, and they're usually looking for new solutions. Yeah.
Yes, it will be great. One more, our target audience, insurance companies.
Mm-hmm.
Because insurance companies is interested in decreasing of money to his customers.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, insurance companies was initiator of AFDD development in the US. And the AFDD developers can decrease number of fires in the US with factor of 2. I think that is interesting to insurance companies.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, but also, yeah, if you're interested to real estate directly, it's also,
yeah, good.
You can approach me for the contacts. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, same here. If you want to go for an insurance company, the R&V insurance, which is pretty large in Germany, is one of our members. So if you want to get connected there, let me know. I'll invite you an intro.
Yeah, thank you. Hope the organizing committee will provide you with all contacts.
Yeah, we sure will.
Thank you.
I would say we could go to the next session. So thank you, Yuri, and hope to see a lot of people in your breakout room after the group discussion. Just give me a moment. Okay, please welcome Anton Garbulinsky from Climate Guard. Anton, could you hear us?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. Okay, let me share my screen now. Okay, perfect. Do you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's get started then. Hi, everyone. My name is Anton Garbulinsky. I'm so excited to tell you about Climate Guard project. First, what does a bank office, a call center, a city avenue, and even our bedroom have in common? It's a climate which affects the well-being of people, the productivity of employees, the KPIs of business, and even COVID-safe conditions. In the Climate Guard project, we build an end-to-end platform that allows you to measure any climate parameters in any combination in almost any operational conditions. And that's already been successfully used at, as an example, eco-farms, stores, offices, ventilation systems, museums, and even public outdoor. The platform consists of several key elements. The Climate Guard device collects data and transfers it to a cloud server where the data is stored, analyzed, and visualized. API allows to set the connection with external systems, and last but not least, the mobile application allows you to interact with the climate data via your smartphone. But the heart of the platform is Climate Guard device. It's compact, mobile, and autonomous thanks to built-in battery. But the most important, this single device allows to evaluate up to 23 different climate parameters. And also device supports data transfer via Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GSM, and Ethernet. Device is available in different versions like office, outdoor, version for ventilation systems. The web interface displays current and historical data, supports data comparison and configuration of devices and of notification system. Of course, we do have competitors, but there are 3 key ingredients in our secret sauce. First, today there is literally no other solution available in the market which supports monitoring of more than 20 climate parameters with just a single device. There is a very easy and flexible integration with the platform. And finally, The modular design of the device makes it possible to customize the set of 23 climate parameters in any combination. We also offer cheap and precise electronic components, and we are targeting 3 key markets: electronics and education, real estate, and industrial production. Monetization is simple. It's revealed through the sales of components and devices. And we also have a number of in-flight projects, including B2G, B2B, and even R&D project. The project was launched by a team of 2 project managers and 2 engineers. And today we have 13 people on board, mostly engineers and developers. And we launched in 2018. As of today, we have successfully completed 15 pilot projects and had cases of shipping of our devices worldwide, including Europe. What we can offer to our partners is a climate monitoring, 24 hours, 7 days a week, both indoor and outdoor, and also integrations with the partners' infrastructure and any kind of custom analytics and development. And what we're looking for new partners to explore European markets, and we're looking for a new pilot project to test our solution. I guess that's it. Thank you very much for your attention. Hope the project seemed interesting to you.
Thank you a lot. You also have been the fastest with your pitch today.
Yeah, I did a couple of rehearsals.
Great. Yeah, this expert.
I can ask a question. I know that Sebastian is always raising his hand and I'm always jumping in. Sorry for that. You quickly touched on the projects I think you do in Russia already. What would be the ideal constellation you have in mind? Like if you look into the German market, do you have a wish list of kind of clients, brands or companies that, would be, your desired a partner? There are a couple of use cases you just highlighted. What would be the ideal use case you can see in Germany?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have like specific, name of specific company or something like that, but I can imagine of, the profile of the client in general, or partner, better to say. I think it's a B2B company, the company who need to measure climate in order to be compliant with like external regulation requirements for indoor microclimate conditions. For example, companies managing infrastructure or business centers, or companies who just want to create a healthy climate in offices, in manufacturing sites, to increase productivity of their employees, and just, to create, including COVID-safe working conditions. I guess that's the profile.
Yeah, I mean, I immediately also thought about like what would be a competitor. Is it a company that is providing like clean filters? Is it a company that is, giving the signals? If it's attached to like an app or like a data source that also helps you to not just get information, but also change the situation inside, like, would you be able to connect with like property facility management solutions for, let's say, energy, electricity, air cleaning services? What's the integration level?
Yeah, I would say that, obviously, in order to fix some problem, you have to first identify the climate problem. And that's basically the focus of our solution. But in order to streamline and automate this use case, we obviously build the flexible API, but we have to have some smart infrastructure on the partner side if we want to automate this. But yeah, definitely we had examples of integrations, for example, with the automatic, with the system which automatically changes the ventilation system parameters or air conditioning, stuff like that. So basically the level of integration we support, we have, API which can be flexibly adjusted to push the climate data to a client, API.
Thank you.
I think the easiest go-to-market strategy could possibly be just direct cold sales, like on foot, going to places like hotel chains, for example, co-working spaces, whatever, office spaces. Demonstrate the thing, persuade, and sell. That's what I think. I mean, that's the impression that is leaving upon me.
Yeah, and that's pretty much exactly what we are doing right now. So yeah, that's how we find partners in Russia, including SOC or Vkusvil or Skillas. Yeah, that's exactly what we did.
Veaceslav, maybe you would like to add something for Climate Cat from your experience? Okay. Is there anyone else from who would like to give a comment to Climate Cat?
And maybe. Sorry, Anastasia.
No. My comment
yes.
is very short again. Like, we have a lot of partners with real estate. If you need connections in real estate, again, to show your product, just connect and ask for the contacts. I'm happy to connect you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anastasia. Thank you very much.
My question would also be, what do you think what good multipliers would be probably for you, that you probably don't have to go the tedious way of doing cold sales like Nikolay suggested, but do you see any, like, can it be insurance companies, for example, as well, or what do you really see as multipliers which could really help you reach a lot of customers at the same time with your product?
Yeah, I can think of some investments into advertising. On the one hand, on the other hand, I feel like we just have to complete some number of really exciting pilot projects we have right now in the middle of execution phase. They have, I mean, at least I have the really good confident level that it will turn out to some kind of commercialization, and that's the key.
Not quite yet. All right. Understand.
Yeah.
But if you have, if anything comes to mind, feel free to contact me. I'll try my best to connect you to the people you want to reach.
Yeah, sure, Sebastian. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
And thank you a lot for. And now we move to our fifth startup today. Who pronounced correct? Binology.
Hello. Yes, exactly. Binology.
Okay, Alexander.
So I turn the demonstration of my screen.
Yes.
And I start with my presentation.
Oh, but we can't see your screen at the moment. Could you?
You can see my screen?
No, not really.
Once again. Is it better now?
Yeah, it works.
And now you should see the full screen, I think.
You still have to go in presentation mode, I think, Alexander.
Yeah. It's just something
not
that quickly as I expected.
Now looks good.
Okay, thank you so much. So I start.
Yes,
Guten
thank you.
Tag, meine Damen und Herren. My name is Alexander Shandrik. I'm Global Sales Director in Binology LLC. Binology is a Russian developer and producer of automated solar-powered IoT smart bins with built-in waste press and field-level measurement system. Binology WSense, autonomic fill-in level and IoT-based sensor for any type of waste containers, and intellectual smart city management software for efficient task management, control, and reporting for waste management. Let's talk about the problems we solve. Among them, overflow waste bins due to inability to monitor filling, bad center state of waste bins, high labor cost of waste collection and efficient use of special vehicles, lack of transparency in the waste management system, and others. Now I want to show you how our complex works. Each smart bin compresses waste and transmits information to its field level. Data from ordinary bins equipped with WSense is also transmitted to the unified management system. The management system helps with online planning of waste collection work, building routes for waste collection vehicles, taking traffic jams into account for efficient management of drivers, time, and workload, reducing fuel consumption and vehicle wear. The whole complex ensures cost saving, reduces atmospheric emission, and the burden of cities. Benefits of Binology implementation can be divided into two parts: ecological, lowering the volume of waste to be disposed to landfill up to 80%, and smart city, reducing inspections for mixed solid waste disposal up to 90%. Main competitors: Big Belly from USA, It doesn't use standard Euro bins on wheels that can catch hookers for special vehicles. Our data software that is hard to update. Ecolight, South Korea. Product was developed for Asian climates and culture and doesn't have the strong anti-vandalism protection and the ability to operate in hard weather conditions. Mr. Field, Netherlands, has good anti-vandalism protection, but it's almost impossible to use it as an advertising medium because of its shape. It's technically impossible to form a station for separate waste collection. These companies currently occupy more than 90% of the smart bin market together, but the solution they produce have a higher total cost of ownership than Binology products. Binology has already supplied equipment to more than 10 countries in the EMEA region and Asia. It is CE certified. Talking about global trends, I will say that the amount of garbage is increasing, unfortunately. So total waste management market volume by 2025 will be $530 billion. It's more than 25% growth from 2080. Binology is a team of professionals who believe our product will make the world to live in a better place. Now I'd like to talk about our WSense because of its exclusive features. Structurally, it's very strong and can be installed to different angles. There are no holes on its surface that can be closed with rubbish. We can also measure liquid and bulk materials, including small fractions such as corn or silage. The sensor is not sensitive to dust in the air, so WSense has a wide range for application. For instance, different types of silos, volume from 4 to 24 meters. Thank you for your attention.
Alexander, thank you a lot.
Thanks.
The experts, do you have any feedback for Binology?
Just a quick question. What are you looking for exactly, or what would really help
For
you
distributor in Germany, if possible.
Okay. Could you, because I'm not really in the industry too deep, what does it mean, or what kind of company would that be?
So this company dealing with waste management, and especially with special equipment for waste management, because our solution is both equipment and software. It needs to be maintained. So we're looking for a partner who will take this part also. It's not enough only to buy it, but it needs maintenance once a year. So that's why if we're talking about distributor, it is a company that deeply involved into waste management structure in Germany, have some connections with municipalities and officials.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry, I don't think I really have connections in that direction, but
well, but we know exactly who we're looking for. It's true.
All right,
but BIA has Anastasia for sure, because when I was attached to BIA, you had projects with Alba, which is the waste management company in Berlin. They used to have a innovation lab, a blue lab. I think they're rearranging that a little bit. I think it's interesting if you see the amount of waste, or like the half full bins that are kind of moved around. I do see a potential. I think one of the challenges in waste management that we also have is we separate, and the separation is kind of screwed up. And again, there's a lot of work involved in also separating and recycling, and bringing it back into a sustainable cycle. So I do believe that there's a lot of things happening, but I'm also unfortunately not an expert. What I do believe it's quite interesting to get a better understanding how the waste management market in Germany works. It's very different than in Austria and Switzerland. And also what I think, and it's also something that applied to maybe one of the companies, some protein, for instance, the carbon neutral kind of requirements for European countries are quite high, companies are quite high. So you have to act carbon neutral. And I think, bringing, waste back into a cycle and, managing the waste better is something that it's definitely a big topic. But as I said, unfortunately, I'm not the expert. I can just throw the ball to BIA because I know that they have much stronger context than we have.
Thank you so much anyway.
Yeah, exactly. We have an Alba contact. We have to revitalize it because it's been a while ago. I didn't work with them directly, but we do have a contact. And if you ping me, I can just search among my colleagues. We did a big projects, innovation project for them. So they're looking for the partners, but also everybody is trying to catch Alba and just present some solutions to them because they're the biggest company here. But also the introduction is something that we can do for sure.
Thank you so much. We know that Germany one of the greatest country, I mean, waste separation in ecological sphere. So I think that our product will sure find the customer there.
Yeah, that's for sure. I also pretty sure about that. And I don't know how you're involved in research, but also GIZ do a lot of regarding the waste management in general. So I also have contacts in GIZ who work on this area. So maybe it's not a very like client-oriented contact, but maybe it can be an interesting connection to
Thank
you
you
as
so
well.
much anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I maybe want to add, although it might be like half knowledge only, but I think in many communities in Germany, actually the bins are paid for and installed by the kind of public, like by the public government. And then the kind of waste management companies basically just kind of empty them. So just my advice, be really aware how it works on a local level, because I think it's very different also from county to county and from region to region.
Exactly. That's our own experience, because we know that each country interaction from waste management company to the end client is absolutely different. So that's why we're looking for a company that are deeply involved into these processes and know the local market and know the local interactions. For us, it's very important.
Mm-hmm.
I also have a question. How popular is your product in Russia? Or was your product oriented on European markets from the very beginning?
It was oriented both in Russian and European markets. We tried to make our product reliable on every place where it will be settled. So now in Russia, we have more implementations because, well, we're based in Russia. In Russia, it's easier to work with clients. But we also have implementations in Europe. Unfortunately, COVID greatly stopped us because we had lots of pre-signed contracts, but in previous year and 2019, the situation was very difficult. So that's why the interaction was stopped. But the product is aimed to both Russian and international market also.
You guys most definitely don't look like a startup. You're a bunch of pretty experienced looking people.
Well, we are a startup in general because we're starting our activity only in 2019 with a finished product. So, but we try our best and we have some experience in this area. We contact a lot of people and we supplied beans to different countries. We know that it is different from country to country, so that's why. But we never entered German market for the moment. So I think that it's very highly potential for us, especially with bins and with sensors, because it's different type of product. Bins is more expensive, to tell the truth, and it's more for cities. But WSense, the sensor, it's for absolutely all kind of containers and even agriculture structure. So that's why I pointed out in my presentation that any kind of material can be matched with this.
Does anybody else would like to add any comment for Alexander? Okay, I have two questions from my side, and they're both connected with tech partners back in Russia. So do you make everything on your own, or you have any universities helping you or big technical organization?
Everything we do is produced in Russia, certified, and like we have a production nearby Moscow. So we're based in Moscow.
Around Germany, do you have already any big partners? Because we might work already with these partners, and that might be the way to bring you here in Berlin.
You know, the problem is that we didn't. There were some requests, but we didn't go further because
especially
we have
Poland, maybe.
In Poland there is a difficult situation with goods from Russia sometimes.
Okay, I understand.
We contact with some Polish companies. So we now went to Scandinavian market, Sweden mostly, and the south of Europe. It's Portugal and Spain. We really thought that Germany will be the first country that take the interest to our solution, but unfortunately not, for the moment, at least.
Okay, I wish you good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time and attention. Thank you.
So the experts, you heard all the startups. I think could you please share with us your general feedback and thoughts? What was common between these pitches, and what you think was common challenge for the startups? Yeah, I would like to hear your feedback. Yeah, maybe Maren, you could start.
Yeah, for sure. Nice pitches, well prepared, and also, with a little bit of timekeeping, I think, quite precise. But also some questions left, to start the conversation, which is also quite nice. There's some pattern that I've seen. Some of you really prepared the ask at the end, so it was quite clear what you're looking for. Some of you missed it out. I think it's quite important that it's also clearly articulated. What do you expect if you come in such a event? I really like the deep tech component about it. I don't know if this, you also pick companies, I guess. I see a growing market for solutions like this. And I also see that there are a lot of touch points that we had, in our group. So that is important. I can highly recommend to really, really understand the German market. I do believe that the Russian market and the German market are quite different. So do your homework, dive deeper. You were able to answer a lot of our questions related to the market, but I do believe that there are a lot of unknowns as well. So also use the opportunity to contact us further in case there's a lack of information. We are very happy to voice and also give you access to people that might have more information than we do. So that was like some comments from my side.
Thank you a lot. I just like to add that after this event, I would compose a cross-introduction email between startups presenting experts, highlighting the connections that we mentioned during the pitch session. So who would like to go next?
I can go next. Yeah. So thank you all, guys. That was really, really interesting to hear all the pitches. It's yes, as Maren mentioned, it's very good preparation. And congrats on finishing this step. It's a very big one. As I can say, yeah. So it's quite tricky because here in Germany, and what we can see, because I work on a crossroad between startups and corporates, and I can see a lot of solutions here in Germany that's being started right now. But I also believe that like deep tech solutions is still something that not such a huge market here in Germany. So the companies from abroad has a lot of possibilities here as well. So what I can recommend is to, as Sebastian mentioned, to maybe think about multipliers, think about how you can approach companies and people that can help you to introduce your product here if you're physically not here, because also in Germany, like, impression and being in the room is very important. And yeah, to ask maybe about expertise, to participate in the communities here, to know what other people do, how you maybe connect with other solutions or be better than other solutions. It always helps just to do the research on what's out there already, and how you can approach maybe the same corporates or different companies. So yeah, just to be more involved in the local communities and local initiatives, because we also have a lot of things going on here, especially here in Berlin. Yeah, so that's from my side.
Anastasia, do you think in registration is prerequisite to work together with Smart Hub?
What again? Sorry.
Do you think that business registration in Berlin is a prerequisite to work together with Smart Hub?
Yeah, it's sure. We are quite open to work together, but also also when I mentioned to the connection, it's better, like Nikolay will put us all in contact, and it's great. It would be great to have all your pitches or pitch decks in English as well, so we could like do the better introduction and think more precisely, or how we can help and work together.
Thank you. Sebastian, would you like to give your comment?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thanks to all the teams. I also thought the pitches were very well prepared. Also, I like kind of the range between kind of more established companies and more startup or early stage startups. One thing that also came up in the discussion already, I think two of you had as their kind of main USP that they're cheaper than the competitor. I mean, obviously it's an important part, especially with the fuse boxes in construction. Obviously a lot is about the price. But I would give you the recommendation to not only focus on the price aspect of things, but rather bring forth other USPs, which are kind of connected to your brand or the values you as a company want to kind of represent. Because I think this will also be important in entering basically any market, that you're not kind of the cheap alternative to other things, but really are, some values you bring to the table yourself and really sell those as well. Apart from that, yeah, as the other said, I'm also happy to help. Just contact me. If you're going to do a cross introduction, that would be great. And yeah, I'll try to connect you to some people which might be helpful to you and have the knowledge about the different industries much deeper than I have it.
Thank you, Sebastian. Nikolay, could you add something to that?
Yes. I have an impression. So in all the pitches today, I can sense a common problem, or maybe not a problem, but let's say an issue. Everybody seems to be looking for a distributor or a reseller, which means everyone wants to outsource the sales effort and put it on somebody else's shoulders. Whereas the marketing is not visible, at least yet. But without this huge amount of own marketing and business development, rolling out your products to a distributor is impossible. Nobody would do it for you. You know what I mean? So basically, the sales is the tip of the iceberg, but the marketing is the underwater part. So I think everybody should be concentrating on this right now. And only then looking for distributors, because you can run into problems, into communication problems when talking to distributors, actually, without the marketing platform, let's say. That's it.
Okay, good comment. So we have Veaceslav left, but I guess Veaceslav, are you here with us? Okay. We have a short survey I would like to start now out of actually one question. So now you have on your screens the question, which pitch do you like the most today? I know it's a little bit symbolic, but maybe it could help startups to make the pitches better. Okay, 30% of people have already voted, 41% have voted. Okay, so you have 4, 3, 2, 1 more second. Okay, and out of, so 58% have Goodwan and Eco product come in shoulder to shoulder. So you see yourselves, they have a good distribution between answers, meaning that everyone made a great effort to do their best today. So right now, I would like everyone to put their Zoom full screen, so you will be able to see actually the Zoom sessions in the bottom right part of the screen. And please join startups in individual sessions. In the meantime, I would like to thank a lot experts for finding time today to review this talents coming out to Germany, Berlin. And as some closing remark, I would like to wish all the startups great success here in Berlin-Brandenburg, and I hope you find a distributor pretty soon, and we as SIBB and experts here ready to help and connect you. Thank you, and